Good morning, happy Sunday. We're talking about revenge, and it's an ugly topic that I hate to talk about. Long night, been with a family. They have a loved one, a young person, in intensive care on a vent due to a car accident. They were in a car accident with a friend, hit a tree. Their child is now on a vent. They're looking at having to make the hard decision. It's time to turn off the vent. Absolutely time. The driver was uninjured and walked away without a scratch. Dad is furious. They never should have let her go out with him. Honey, she's in college. She's going to date who she's going to date. They knew he wasn't right for her. He was probably drunk, on and on and on and on. And Dad was going to go get revenge. If they lost a child, that other family was going to lose a child. And we're talking beyond anger, beyond rage. This is a very visceral, just raw emotion. And I took him in to the quiet room. We had a conversation. I said, okay, we're looking at turning off the vent. I mean, this man's crying and just shaking. He's so mad. And I said, so everybody's going to be dealing with this loss. Now just work with me on this, okay? And he shook his head. I said, you're going to go out and you're going to take this other child's life. That's not going to bring your loved one back. Nothing is going to bring them back. Nothing is going to undo what has been done. There are no magic wands. There's no fairy dust. Honey, this is reality. And he said he didn't care. Okay. Well, just know that as soon as you take that other child's life, you're going to go to prison. They're going to arrest you and you're going to jail. So as your family is grieving the loss of this child, they're going to have to grieve the loss of you. And they have another child that's, I don't know, elementary school age. I would hate to guess the age. I said, now I want you to look at it from this child's point of view. They lost their sister. Now they're losing their dad. Who's going to be next? This child is going to be panic-stricken. Who's going to go next? They're going to be afraid to leave mom's side. Because what if she goes? What if something happens to her? And then he started crying. He said, I never thought of that. I said, so if you do this, your family is going to have to grieve two losses because you're never coming back. You're going to go to prison and you're never coming back. And what you do cannot be undone. And you don't have any right to take a life. You are not God. And I've been a nurse a long time, over, let's see, 43 years. And in all my years, I have never seen anybody with an expiration date stamped on their ass. The decision is up to God. And when God decides it's time, it's time. If it wasn't time, it wasn't time. You can't play God. It's not your place. How do you think their family feels? The other kid. You know they thought very highly of your daughter because they've been visiting every day that she's been in here. I know. And he starts swearing at the kid. Hey. Do you know what happened? Well, he was probably, I said, no. I want to know the facts, not the probablys, not the assumptions. Well, something ran in front of the car. It happens. I don't like revenge because nobody wins. He understood. I still don't know what's going to happen. I know they're turning the vent off today. Everybody's coming in to say their goodbyes. I've offered to be with them when she crosses over. I will probably be going back. That's what I do. But you don't have the right to take a life. And just a little further on this, I have clients that are victims of domestic violence, victims of rape, molestation. Families get caught up in who's to blame. And too many times they want the victim of a rape or a molestation to shut up. Just let it go. Don't talk about it. Sweetheart, it's not up to you to make that decision. Every victim has a right to be heard, and they have a right for justice. Legal justice. Let them file a police report. This offender knew what they were doing. They knew it was wrong. They have to suffer the consequences, the legal consequences. You are not the judge and jury. Be supportive. But that victim has every right to be heard and felt validated, and to seek justice and have the perpetrator go to jail, prison. Trust me, it's more than just therapy. But don't take revenge into your own hands. You're not God. Let God be God. You grieve your loss. You grieve the pain. If it's your family member who was raped or molested, be supportive. Be kind. Don't judge them. Don't judge them. Don't judge anybody. Be kind.